Why does my spouse pull away from me emotionally and sexually? That's our conversation today. And it's a sober one. So if this is going on in your life, you want to stay here because we got lots of ideas to be helpful. If you've yet to subscribe to our channel, please hit the button. If you got a question, put it in the box. Well, there's several reasons. So you might want to stay through the whole conversation as to why your spouse would pull away emotionally or sexually or both. Now, I'm Dr. Doug Weiss. I have worked with over 5,000 couples over 40 years. Many of them have been suffering from a lack of intimacy and been able to help them. But this is about why. Okay, so let me go through different options really quick. I'll start with some physical ones, and then I'll move towards emotional ones and relational ones. Number one, okay, physical. They could have depression. They could be angry about stuff that they're suppressing. They could have low thyroid, get that checked. Low hormones, especially testosterone for women and men, can cause depression, which leads to low sexual desire. That's not about you. That's something that can get fixed, and they can re-engage in a full different level. Number two, they might be grieving. Okay, if they get to the sad part of grieving, if they've had a significant loss in their life, a mom or dad dying, a child dying, someone that's really close to them dying, or a change in their life that's been really dramatic and it was forced on them, they might be grieving losses. And so they're pulling away because they are grieving. That's a potential. Another thing is unresolved conflict. In the relationship, there's going to be conflict, and it might be that they're not talking about it. They're just stewing in it. They're angry, and they use this anger and stuff to kind of pull away from you. And that's an illegitimate way to deal with it. But if someone is not, our next point, emotionally mature to process emotions or conflict, they will pull away. Now, the answer to that is our book, Emotional Fitness, and it's in the description. You can get it, and you both can learn how to do feelings and process conflict and deal with past issues, all of that. It also could be that they're triggered about something in their life that they're not talking about. Let's talk about secrets. Having secrets will create distance. If they're logging on Facebook and talking to someone in the past, if they've got financial secrets, they've gotten in debt that you don't know about, if they're having a secret relationship at work, if they're having secrets about masturbation or pornography or online behaviors, that secret is causing a wall between the two of you. So ask them. Ask the question, when was the last time you masturbated? How often are you masturbating? When was the last time you looked at pornography? How much do you look at pornography? Because if that's going on, okay, there might be not only secrets, there might be addictions. Addictions is another issue. Alcohol, drugs, sex, food, work, even food, even just your cell phone can be an addiction. Technology can be an addiction all by itself. And that would move you emotionally further away. Addictions move you further away from the people you love. Because as the addiction grows, the isolation is one of the symptoms of addiction, is you pull away. And so that could easily be a part of what's going on. I want to share with you something that I have seen. And if this fits, you're going to definitely want to pay attention. It's called intimacy anorexia. This is where there's intentionality. They sabotage intimacy. Intimacy anorexia is the active withholding of spiritual, emotional, and sexual intimacy. So it fits two of these categories we're talking about for absolutely sure. But there's intentionality to it. Unlike, suppose someone has a psychological disorder like schizoid personality disorder. That affects everybody. If someone's depressed, it affects everybody. However, intimacy anorexia is only with you. Everyone else thinks they're wonderful. They can have friendships. They can act like they're good neighbors, good religious people, all of that stuff. But when it comes to you, you feel married and alone. And it's intentional. You tell them what you want to be loved, and they intentionally don't do it. You ask for a gift, they don't buy it. You ask for time, they don't give it. So they will withhold exactly the way you want to be loved. Now, we'll get into some solutions on that a little bit. Really, this is more of the why stuff. So I would say go to our YouTube channel. We have lots of stuff on intimacy anorexia, but let me quickly explain it to you. They're too busy for you. They blame you for problems in the relationship. They withhold love, especially the way you want to be loved. They withhold spiritually from you. They are unwilling or unable to share their feelings with you, so it feels like they're withholding emotionally. Okay? They will withhold sex in one of two ways. One, they will not have sex with you, or they'll keep sabotaging sex with you, or they'll set up that they're angry or whatever before you try to initiate so that you don't. Or number two, they can also not be present, making it a very negative or alone experience for you, and therefore you don't want to keep repeating it, so it shuts down and they can even blame you. They will blame you for all the problems in the relationship, okay? They're too busy for you. They blame you, withhold love in all these ways. They use anger and silence as a way to control you. They have this ongoing negative narrative of you with criticism, okay? You feel married and alone. We actually have a book called Married Alone. It has a lot of very helpful things for you. Intimacy Anorexia is a book and a workbook. Go to that website, intimacyanorexia.com. If that's going on, that's an addiction to withholding, and you're going to need help for that. And I would say the first step is, if you identify anything that we've talked about as a potential, get some education around that, okay? Secondly, get some support, or reach out. Call my office, 719-278-3708. We've been dealing with this specific issue in marriages for the last 40 years, and I've seen success for people who do the work. The work is explained in other videos. It's in the books and the materials. But you being feeling alone, pushed away, outside, knocking on their heart but not being let in, is legit. And what's interesting is, we did a book called Partner Betrayal Trauma. We had 3 populations. Now, this book had to do with women, and it was women who were married to men who had actual infidelity. The second population was those who had men who were actively in pornography in a sexual addiction way. And the third is a woman who was being starved through intimacy anorexia. And we ran them through several psychological scales. And you would think there'd be all kinds of variables. Honestly, on almost every scale, they were within 1 or 2% of each other. PTSD, depression, self-esteem issues, sexual perception issues, all of that because of the person's behavior. So you could actually be suffering a lot from this. So I encourage you to take next steps for you. If we can be of help, we want to be of help. 719-278-3708. You can give us a call or shoot us an email. We want to be there for you. If you haven't subscribed and you're experiencing this, there's a lot of helpful stuff on our channel. Please do that. If you got a question, put it in the box. And my hope is you take a next step for you.